Yes. Hello, Facebook is in the building. It's Friday. It's Friday. And so I wanted to come on and give you some great motivation, inspiration, and some business tips. And so this is the page for you. So I have my Facebook family in the building, Instagram, TikTok in the building, broadcasting all over the place. And so if you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. You're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie to me. I love my newbies. Thank you for the hearts on TikTok. And so I just had an amazing experience on TikTok. So I guess I need to really learn how to use it in the regards to a live. I know how to use the features and it records and all the things. So I went live already and it said invite others. So I clicked the button and a young lady from Nigeria came up. She's like, hi. I'm like, hi. And so it's funny because I didn't know how to get out of that live with her. So it's a good little lesson. So that's how we learn. So I want to say to you, just press the button. And so you'll figure it out. And so experience can be the best teacher. And so, yes, so that kind of helped me out like, oh, that's what that's for. And so those of you that are afraid to use these tools, just use the tool. I mean, you would definitely learn some things. Yes. Hello, gorgeous. It's been a while. Oh, hi, gorgeous. I haven't seen you in a while. I've been here every single week doing what I do. So if you're a newbie to me, put newbie in the chat. If you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag two people or share the broadcast, you and I just became besties. We're best friends, girl. And so if you are a business owner, you're my people, or you want to be a business owner, I see you. I got you covered. And so today we're going to talk about asking the right questions to become more successful. I love the hearts. Heart me up, girl. Give me some love. Show Jerusha some love today. It's Friday. I love the hearts all over the place. A newbie in the building. Michelle Riley is a newbie. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I love to see where my audience is actually tuning in from. I had somebody from Nigeria, like I just said. I'm just like, we have the cell phone, right? If you have a smartphone and you're not using your smartphone, it's a dumb phone, okay? Say, Jerusha said, I got this dumb phone. So you want your cell phone making you money. So how many of you want to make money from your cell phone? Raise your hand. Yes. Put cell phone in the chat. We need to use that tool. It's a smartphone. Use it. And so, yes, and so I always use the smartphone. This is the way that I do business on my cell phone all the time, building a business, but meeting great people like you. And so hashtag to all the pretty people, which is my organization where we celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. And so if you want to be a part of the pretty community, hashtag pretty people. Yes. And so I get to teach business skills. And so I have business courses and all the things that I have my own organization where I'm developing 100 new business partners to do what I do. Oh, tuning in from Milwaukee in the building. Yes. And so it's always good to see people on this just one button and everybody is everywhere. And so you can do this. You can stream all over the world. And so I think that's the beauty of using this tool. And so I'm excited because today, really quickly, I just want to share with you that you got to ask a lot of questions to become more successful. You want a lot of clients. And this is what I've learned. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 2 decades. I know, right? And so I know a thing or two. I built my business initially offline, came online right before the pandemic, so not that long ago. And I just said, I'm going to crush this online space. I'm going to show up. I'm going to press buttons. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to be willing to look crazy. I'm going to be willing to look like Noah. Yeah, you know, Noah. Yeah, everybody thought Noah was crazy until it started raining. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do all these things before I get better. So I was willing to fail forward to success. And so I want to encourage you. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how people know they can do it. If everything was perfect, everything was like, precise, you think you couldn't do it. But the reason why people make mistakes so you can see that it's possible. And I think the world that we live in now with the economy, with the recession, with all the inflation, everything that's happening right now, we need leadership and we need hope. And so hopefully I give you hope. My hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. I'm Jerusha, business coach, speaker, radio personality, and I help people build their businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threats. At this point, triple threats. What am I? Triple threats. threats. So yes, triple threats. Thank you so much. Cynthia is in the building. Hello, gorgeous. Good to see you on this beautiful Friday. Say, let's go, Jerusha. So I want to know in the chat, if you already have a business, put business so I know who I'm talking to. You already have a business that's creating income, put business. If you want a business, just put yes. Like, it's me. I need a business. I know I need residual income. Just put yes. I know I need passive income. Just put yes. Yes, Jerusha. I know I need it. Yes. You need to start. And I know it seems scary, but start anyway. The biggest problem with most people, they want to wait until it's perfect. Remember, you said you were going to start that book. Remember, you said you're going to create that app. Remember, you said you're going to go to real estate school. Remember, you said you're going to invest in stock. Remember, you said someday I'm going to do that. Yeah, someday. Well, someday leads to a town called nowhere. If you don't start right now, you start while you're not perfect. Okay. And so I want to tell you that I got online. I was like, all right, they said go online. So that's what I'm going to do. And I just took a risk on myself. You got to be a risk taker. Where my risk takers at? You're just like me. I'm like, all right, let's do that. And so let's see what happens. That really is me. I'm like, yeah, this seems like fun. It seems like that's what's happening. We should probably do it. And so I love that I have reached more people online, making a bigger impact online. And so I'm currently developing 100 new business partners in my organization. I get people educated first. So if you want to get educated, put 100 or just go to the link in the bio, put 100 or go to the link in the bio so you can hear more about building a business 100% on your cell phone, leveraging and monetizing social media. You're my people. You're my people. And so it takes talent to make money. It takes brains to keep it. Denzel Washington said it best. What's the movie? Equalizer? Yes, that's my man. And Equalizer 3 is coming out. How many of you gonna watch Equalizer 3? Me. You know that's my husband, right? Like Paula doesn't know. That's his wife. She doesn't know I'm married to him too. And so, yes, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And so, yes, so Equalizer 3 is coming out. But I think it was 2 that he said that. He said it takes talent to make money, but it takes brains to keep it. And so we want to create systems where you can keep the money, invest the money, keep the money, invest the money, right? The first thing you got to do if you are in a business, I'm in social retail. So if you're in a small business, you sell lotions, potions, pots, pans, lashes, nails, hair, candles, services, doesn't matter, right? You've got to have a funnel of leads coming in. You got to have a funnel of people looking at the possibilities of working with you or purchasing your product. You got to have a funnel happening, right? And so the funnel is like this. And so like people are open to, your opportunity. They go down in a funnel where they get the information, you answer questions and all the things. And maybe they get started or maybe they're just a connection, but at least you have a funnel of people even open to getting educated, right? And so the number one thing that I've learned in developing entrepreneurs and helping people start a business in my organization, I got to know Rita. Y'all know Rita? I talk about this all the time. Does anybody know who Rita is? If you don't know who Rita is, Houston, that's the problem. You got to get to know Rita. Recruiting is the answer. That's who Rita is. RITA. Recruiting is the answer. The more people that you're recruiting in this funnel, right, the more successful you're going to be. Now, once these people get in the funnel, you have to ask the right questions. You've got to ask more questions. And I find that even in my growth in being an entrepreneur for almost 2 decades is asking more questions, because people will tell you everything that you need to know to close the sale. So you got to get to know Rita. She is your solution to everything. If you failed at the presentation, right, it doesn't matter. You don't have to remember everything. That's going back to you're thinking about yourself and not thinking about how you can solve their problem, okay? And so this is the thing, write this down. So Jerusha said, you don't accept failure. Do not accept failure. Quitting is not an option. It's not on the calendar. You cannot quit on your dreams. You cannot quit on yourself. It's not an option. Failure is a word that I simply don't accept. Failure is not an option. It is happening. 100 families, 100 lives, helping 100 people earn $100,000. It's happening. It's happening. And so whatever your goal is, you got to believe it. So to be successful, you're going to have to be willing to be uncomfortable like Noah, okay? You're going to have to be greater than you used to be on yesterday. You got to start more conversations, getting the peoples in the funnels. So I'm going to give you some things that you can say to ask more questions. And what I've learned over the years, they work really well. So I'm going to share them with you. And so thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so just put in the chat 100 or go to the link in the bio. Just put 100 in the chat and we can get you educated first. How to start those conversations, because many of you, you're marketing online. You're like, people aren't going to your website. I understand. When I got on, same thing. I'm like, I'm marketing. What is happening? I had to go start conversations. So you still have to go start conversations. Yes, people see this broadcast. Yes, I'm saying I'm developing more successful entrepreneurs. I'm saying all of that. I still got to go ask questions. Some people will put the 100. Some people will go to the link and figure it out. And other people just watch. But they are open. So you got to still start conversations. So I'm going to give you some of the ways that you can start conversations for your business. No matter what you sell, you just got to ask a lot of questions. And at first I was like you, like, it's online. What am I asking? You're talking to them in Messenger. You're building that relationship in Messenger. You're building that rapport in Messenger. The money is made in Messenger. That's how you're doing it. Okay. So ask questions. People like to talk about themselves. If you didn't know, if you ask about them, they will tell you about their children. They will tell you about their life. They will tell you about their marriage. They will tell you about their divorce. They will tell you about their parents. People like to talk about themselves. Okay. Let them talk about themselves, then leading them to your product or your service. Okay. That's the first thing you need to know. Another thing that you need to know is please give compliments. Now, I used to be face-to-face for years. Like, I'm a master. If I meet you face-to-face, baby, we talking. And so give people compliments if you're face-to-face, even online, if you're texting. If they have on, a workout outfit, you can ask. If I was in health and wellness and I saw people with, a workout gear on, look like they just came from jogging, you can ask a question to find out, are you working out for pleasure or are you trying to reach a goal? And so that way you're not saying the person is, needed. You're not being rude. You're asking the right question. Are you working out for pleasure, girl? Or are you trying to reach a goal? If I sold a weight loss product, right, that would be my question. So ask questions that give compliments, right? But it is targeted to what you sell or your service. And so I'm just going to tell you, I'm allergic to negativity. So if you don't have anything positive to say, I can't really talk to you. I don't like sad movies. If it's going to make me cry, I don't want to watch it. My sister have a weird sense of humor. She'll send me movies to watch. I'm like, this is sad. Like, it's like you don't even know who I am. I can't even watch it anymore. And so I'm just allergic to negativity. I'm allergic to the sadness or whatever, right? And so you need to make sure if people are not giving you the same energy, it's okay to remove those people or remove yourself. Okay. What I've learned is beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative people. And so it's okay to let them go. I love the Elsa song. Let them go, let them go, let them go, girl. Okay. You've got to clear negative energy from your life and avoid toxic elements that can damage your emotional and physical health and your well-being. That's something that you have to practice. It's not going to just happen overnight. I have to practice that over and over and over. And so if you're in health and wellness and that's your goal, to help more people live longer, eat better, drink more water, exercise, whatever, you need to be talking to people and saying that, if you could change 2 things about your body, what would it be? You don't walk up to somebody and just be like, you want to lose weight? Now, obviously, you can't say that, right? So you got to say something that sounds a little better than that. So what I would say is, I know y'all writing this down. A pretty person is putting this in the chat. Like a pretty person is like, Jerusha, I see you. I got it. Okay, great. If I saw someone like that, I'd be like, if you could change just 2 things about your body, what would it be? And most people are just going to start talking. Remember earlier, I said people like to talk about themselves. Now, even me, I want to change my thighs. I think my thighs are too big for my body, right? So I'm always working on them. It seems like that's where the food goes and just stores and just like bigger than I want them to be. And so I'm always working on the thighs. So that would be the first thing I would tell somebody. I always want to work on my thighs and, maybe some muscle tone, but that's it, right? So I would tell them the 2 things. Well, if they had a product or they had an exercise routine or a meal plan or whatever, they will be saying, well, this is what I do, and this is how I was able to get rid of my thighs. And then they will be able to tell me. Now, what did she do? She actually helped and she solved the problem. And so you got to understand that most people, right, they just haven't purchased because they don't know why. They don't know why they need to. They don't know the benefits yet. And so if you sell shampoo or hair products, this is what I would probably say. If you could change two things about your hair, what would it be? You didn't say, do you want to buy my product? Do you use natural shampoo? Do you? Because now the person's like, what? No, thank you. But if you ask the right questions, if you could change two things about your hair, what would it be? She's going to tell you the problem. I would change that, rain is kryptonite for me, right? And so you would just tell her, I have brittle ends, it's breaking off, I'm balding, like whatever it is. You would tell the person. Now, I'm assuming your good hair product, your shampoo, is going to solve that problem. Is this helpful? Is this helpful? All right. If you're in financial services or credit repair, same question. If you could change two things about your financial situation, what would it be? Most people like my credit score, make more money, buy a house, whatever it is. Now, obviously, if you're in financial services or if you are a financial coach or whatever, that would make sense because she's telling you, if you could change two things about your financial situation, what would it be? Oh, my credit score is 780. I need it to be like 900. So she's going to be able to help you get there, right? And so I understand that a lot of this is you having the courage to even go up to the person or message the person. So that comes from you. How bad do you want it? And so it comes from you believing that your financial services, insurance, whatever, is going to actually help people. All of you say not most of you, let me not say all, because people like, most people want to help other people. Most people say, I want to start an organization. I want to help more people. Most people say that. This is how you help more people. You ask what the problem is. That's how you help more people. So if you're discussing your opportunity, like myself, developing 100 new business partners in my organization. And so if you're discussing your opportunity, you could say, what income would make a difference in your household? Not, do you want to make money, honey? That might work too. But what income would make a difference in your household? Now, according to Google, my boyfriend, y'all didn't know I go with Google. Okay. We go together. Now me and ChatGPT go together. Like I got a lot of boyfriends now. But what income would make a difference in your household? Most people like, if I can make an extra $500, according to the Googles, that's about how much people would say $500. Now, for those of you like 5,000, Jerusha, 10,000, where you 20,000, where you at? You're my people, okay? But it's nothing wrong with having the extra money. At least now I know you want $500. If I could show you how to make $500, would you be open? Yes. Show me how to make $500 because you just told me all you needed was 500. If I could show you how to make 500, what's stopping us from moving forward? Nothing. Your problem is solved. Now you do have to put in the work. Now let's not, mislead because somebody reported, something on my Facebook, right? Which I know is a lie that there was some kind of language or, something or whatever. I was like, what is happening? All this violence that I see on social media, all this other negative content that I see, it doesn't get banned. It doesn't get warnings. And so I'm like, I've never done that. And so you got to be careful with what you say. So I just want to make sure that if someone wants to make an extra $500 and I can teach how to do it, you still have to do the work. So I'm never like, you don't have to do the work. I'm never going to be the person that says you work 2 minutes and you're going to, no ma'am. I do not believe you're going to work 2 minutes. And I do believe when you are in business, you can work less because you have control over your schedule. Yes, you have more time freedom. But no, I'm not the person that's going to tell you to make that extra money. It's going to take 20 minutes. No, it's going to take a little longer because you don't know the skill yet. Now, once you learn the skill set, you're going to get better. It's going to, not take as long, just like your full-time job. When you started, it probably took you the whole 8 hours because you were learning. Now you can probably get your job done in half the time. Yes or yes. Okay, that's how business is as well. Once you know what to do, it's like second nature, people. Okay, so figure out your greatest strength. Write this down. Figure out your greatest strength and work your strength. One of my greatest strengths is motivation, inspiration, and business tips. One of my biggest strengths is inspiring people to do more, to live up to their full potential. Your passion will lead to your purpose, right? I've always wanted to talk. I said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk and entertain. Tyler Perry, where you at? Hashtag, let's do some acting, right? So I always wanted to do that. So you got to master your strength. The only way I can master coming live, I need to go live. The only way you're going to master doing TikToks and Reels, you got to actually do the TikToks and the Reels, okay? The only way you're going to master getting more customers, you got to ask great questions and ask a lot of questions. That's the only way that's going to happen, and you'll get better over time. Some people want some extra money, and then some people want legacy money, okay? That's me. And so it's okay to make extra money, but I want the money that's going to live beyond me, right? So lead with the person in mind, not the money, okay? So we're in the business of solving problems. So write this down. You're going to ask questions. Number one, you're going to compliment, because people like to be complimented. We don't do it in the pretty people community. Hashtag pretty people. We're going to celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. So you can't come around me and not feel this energy. You cannot come around me and I'm like, let's go, let's get it. You can't do it. It's about to happen. I'm the friend. If you say you're going to write a book, I got this girlfriend. I'm like, when are you going to write the book? You said you're going to write the book. When are you going to write the book? I want you to write the book, right? So don't tell me your dreams. I'm going to keep asking you when we're going to start. When? Oh, what you waiting for? Oh, you waiting on a website? Excuses. Oh, you waiting on more money? Excuses. Oh, you wait. Excuses are lies we tell ourselves, right? So when are we going to do it? So you're going to compliment, because people don't do it, especially women for some reason. And number three, discover the problem. You discover the problem and you solve it by asking, right? And so this is how you grow and become a legacy leaver or make extra money. Isn't that what life is about? Leaving it better than it was, right? Well, for me, that's what it's about. I was talking to one of my clients, and she was telling me, well, I just want a little extra money. And so I asked, what are you going to do with that? If you make this extra money, what is it for? And she said, bills. And I said, would you like to make extra money for something other than bills? She was like, yes. But right now, I just need to pay the bills. Right. But would you like to make more money that you can have extra money for something else that you want to do? Not just bills. We're not living just to pay bills. We're not. Someone said it best. I think it was one of TikTok that I saw, that it's crazy to work 40, 50 years. And most people, unfortunately, pass around 80, right? You get in your 80s. And so you retire, what is it, 65? So you got about 15 years of the good life. Why? Why do we have 15 years of the good life? The good life needs to start earlier. Does it make sense? So what would you like to do if you could make more than that? And then she said, I would go on vacation. I would take my girls on out the country. That's what it's really about right there. Not to make extra money to only pay bills. Yes or yes? And so some people are only going to leave the money from their last paycheck, and other people are going to leave legacy money. What are you going to leave? The choice is yours. We all make choices. You can keep saying you're going to start that project. You're going to start that business. You can keep saying it, but that's just you lying to yourself, right? And so I would tell you the best thing to do, if I could give you any advice, to ask. Start asking the right questions Get into the right rooms and don't feel like you are bothering people. It's one thing if they say, no, I'm not interested. No, thank you, whatever. But I'm talking about all the 4.8 billion people on social media have not told you no, thank you. Right? So you got to build relationships. And so if this was helpful to you, put helpful in the chat. Say, Richard, if this was helpful for you, now you know exactly what to say. You know exactly how to start those conversations. Just one sentence. You don't have to tell them the entire history and the mission of your organization and the mission of the company. You don't have to say any of that. You just need to find out if there's a problem and then you can solve it. If this was helpful, hashtag helpful. Do me a favor. If you got value, if you got inspired, tag 2 people or share the broadcast. That's what you could do for me. If you got inspired in any way, you're like, I'm on it, doggone it. I'm ready. You got 5 months of 2023. So make sure that you tag 2 people or share the broadcast. I hope you're already following me. If you're not, make sure you follow. But if you want to learn more about the 100, yes, you want to learn more about how you can develop an online business in my organization, put 100 in the chat or go to the link tree. Wherever my profile is, there's a link tree. Click it and put 100 so we can get you some info so we can tell you what to do, how to start that business. And you don't have to just make extra money to pay bills. Girl, you could travel the world. Yes, let's travel. I love you, girly. Oh, hey, Keita. Keita says she loved me. I love you too. All that pretty people energy. So that's the pretty energy right there. When you can really celebrate somebody else and you're happy for other people, that right there is that good energy. That's that pretty people energy. Yes. And so, Tiffany in the building. Hey, Cynthia. Yes. And so do me a favor. Make sure you're following. So when I go live, you get that notification. You know, on Facebook, you can click those 3 dots and it says like see first. So when I go live, you'll see the notification because I don't want you to miss all this goodness. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. Enjoy your Friday.